Hey guys, so today I'm going to be trying to do like one of these once a week because there's just too much stuff in the world that's funny to me. And so I'm going to share this one. Today we're going to talk about jobs, okay? Which I'm going to try to make this quick because y'all know y'all only got an 8-second attention span and I don't know how you're going to get a job. And I just realized that the light is giving me these crazy like googly eyes. Anyway, okay, so listen. First of all, this was brought to my attention because I know so many people trying to get a job, and it's like, are these places really hiring? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like most of these companies are always trying to like hire. Like you go and you read it because I get stuff from Indeed in my inbox all the time, and I'll just read it. It doesn't even pertain to me because like, you have to have like a master's and all this stuff, and I'm like, really, Indeed? Like, come on. And so it'll be like it'll have like this whole paragraph, and then you like there's $17 an hour, but you guys are hiring like it's for a CEO position. Like, are you serious? So anyway, we're gonna talk about the top 5 questions, right? These are what employers ask you, okay? These are so funny to me. Why do you want this job? I know if you've ever been asked that before and you're sitting in an interview, obviously you know that how you're supposed to answer. I'm like thinking to myself, like, why do you think I want this job? Like, obviously I've got bills. I need this job so I can make some money. Like, these are like the common sense questions, but normally, obviously, you give them the answer you want that, you feel like they're looking for, right? How about this one? Tell me about yourself. They don't really care about you. They're asking about relevant information to the job. Already, you're into one of those companies where they're like, we have an open door policy, but anytime that you want to share anything with us, that door is going to get slammed shut in your face. And we're going to talk trash about you behind your back to the point where you'll eventually want to quit. Don't even worry about HR because they're on our side too. Here we go. What are your weaknesses? I tend to allow my bosses to walk all over me, give me a bunch of work that's way outside of my pay range. I come early and I stay late, of which most of those hours I won't be paid for. Right? Here we go. What are your strengths? Okay, that's a trick question, right? Because either you're going to sound too prideful or you're just going to sound like you don't even know what you're doing in the job, right? So be careful with that one. What are your strengths? You know what? I can pass a background check, a drug test, and I'm going to actually be dependable. There you go. Those are the strings they're looking for though, right? But like, it's like, come on, dude. Like, what are we really doing here? Like, you need to hire somebody and I need a job. So like, what's up, What are your salary expectations? Come on. I expect to be able to pay my bills. Like, why do they even ask you that? They put it on there. 9 times out of 10, most jobs are like, you're making $17 an hour here. What are your salary expectations? No, Bob. Fictitious name, by the way. You tell me what you're looking for, because if I say the wrong thing here, I don't want to lowball myself, and I definitely don't want to give you room to underpay me. So let's just cut the chase here, and you tell me what you're willing to pay me for this job, right? Right? And first of all, I wouldn't even be here if I didn't have some kind of idea what you're willing to pay me, I mean, so employers, please, we all know what's up, okay? You all know what the dealio is. If somebody's sitting there in front of you and they need a job, help somebody out. Some of these questions are ridiculous. Oh, and don't even get me started on those assessments. Like, if you saw Mary take $1 out of the register on Monday, but on Friday when Mary got paid, she put the dollar back, would you tell on her? No, I'm not going to tell on Mary. Good for her, dude. Okay? I probably didn't get the job by saying that. You know what I mean? But come on, Mary's having a hard time. She put the dollar back and it's $1. I'll give Mary the dollar. I'll put the dollar back for Mary. Like, come on. Mary's got integrity, man. She put the dollar back, right? I'm just saying, Mary could have pocketed that dollar and never paid it back. Or how about the ones where they like put 2 questions side by side and they're like, which one better describes you? And neither one of them are a good choice. They're like, I like to sleep in and never go to work on time. And the other choice is, I'm always late to work. You're like, neither one. Is there another option here? And then they give you like this whole profile assessment based on that. And you're like, dude, I just had to pick one. Neither one of them were accurate. I feel like this is a lose-lose situation. And I feel like employers need to go back to the drawing board. Please like and share in the comments if you know anybody struggling with a job and trying to find one. And, in the comments also post what else you'd like me to have some fun with, because job requirements is definitely hilarious, honestly, especially when they're paying you $10 an hour to do everything that a CEO would do, right? All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.